There are just a few important things that I learned during the reassembly of my mini mill, and probably the most important one was that if you buy a mini mill like this one from Harbor Freight, the most important thing you can do is to disassemble it right away. Don't wait like I did and to clean off the cosmoline and adjust it. It's difficult to adjust in place. It's better to just disassemble it completely. Clean all the pieces really well. Put some good rust inhibitor on it, and then reassemble it. The quality of this machine after doing that is night and day difference from the original Harbor Freight. The other important thing I realized was getting the gibs adjusted was finally a lot easier. Before I reassembled it with the lead screws, I left the lead screws off, and then I adjusted the table slides and the gibs, and so I could slide the table, for example, left and right by hand, and get a good feel for how much to adjust each gib screw, and get it nice and snug, but not so snug that it wouldn't move. The table wouldn't move freely. So that was well worth the effort to take it apart. It's just to have my tables are really just work correctly now, whereas before there's a lot of pinching and binding. Another thing is the brass nut that's under the table, getting that aligned just right so that the lead screw runs perfectly true and parallel to the table is important. Otherwise you'll get a lot of binding, and you'll feel like as the table moves, it'll either just be very hard to get the lead screw to turn, or it'll pinch further on one side of the table or the other. So it take the time to adjust the nuts and get them tightened in so that the lead screw is aligned perfectly to the table. And just taking the time to add some grease to all the gears in the headstock and the lead screws, putting grease on those. The grease that's mentioned inside the user manual is easy to get. Got it on eBay. It's pretty cheap. Then I could get some whey oil on the wheys, and it's just amazing how much better this mini mill works compared to what it was like directly from Harbor Freight. It truly is night and day difference. I highly recommend that you take the time. It does take a while, but it's worth it to take it apart, clean it, and put it back together. See you in the next video.